Hi. We're reading the story. We're on page 151. I just want to go back to 150 real quick because I saw this thing. It said, okay, so after David defeated Goliath, it said he put the Philistines' weapon in his own tent. So what I wanted to point out about that, because Pastor, forgot his name, and I feel a sneeze coming.
A lot of things happening.
A lot of things happening all at the same time, and we're trying to get out of here. He was saying, is Pastor Bill Johnson's like co-pastor, and I forgot his name. Sorry. He said after David killed Goliath with the slingshot and the stone. Hold on, here it is. Excuse me. There's no other recording of him going to battle with that sling and the stone after that. Guess what he used after from then on, what he would use? Goliath's sword.
I think that's huge.
Yes, it was huge, and that was his sword from then on. So it was like the thing that was made for his defeat, David's defeat, he then used as a weapon to defeat the evil forces, to defeat evil. So it was like he turned it around.
I wonder how he handled that thing.
Okay, let's keep reading here. No. Okay, we said that Saul slain his thousands, David his tens of thousands. Saul got angry. The next day, an evil spirit came forcefully on Saul. Did we say that?
Yes, we said him throwing the spear.
Okay, so Saul was afraid of David. Okay, we said that. So he sent David away from him and gave him command over 1,000 men. Did we say that?
No.
And David led the troops. In everything that David did, he had great success because, can you guess why?
God was with him.
The Lord was with him. When Saul saw how successful that David was, Saul was afraid of David. But all of Israel and Judah loved David because David led them in their campaigns. Saul was struggling to make sense of the mess that he was in and becoming more and more paranoid, more and more mentally unstable. What could he have done? Even if the Lord was not on Saul anymore to be the king, what could Saul have done?
Prayed for David.
He could have prayed for David. That's an excellent option. Cal?
Yes.
What could he have done?
Pray to the Lord.
He could have prayed to the Lord.
He could have also repented for being.
He could have turned away from, because he's having hateful thoughts. He's having hateful actions. And he could have asked the Lord, how can I support you in helping David to be where you want him to be? Instead, he's in his own thoughts and just becoming more and more, did that hurt?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't like to use the word crazy, but I would say he's allowing evil thoughts more and more to take hold and to have evil thoughts, his evil imaginations, because that's what they are. This stuff isn't really as bad as he thinks it is. He thinks David is just like everywhere. David's there.
If he ever said that in court, then his court people would be like, oh,
but he's allowing them to take root. Okay.
He thinks he's everywhere.
It's like David is just David is becoming like a fixation for him. Instead of fixing his eyes on the Lord, his eyes are fixed on David and David's success, and David's getting what I'm getting, and David is having all the people cheer for him. Notice how much it's fixed on David. And he's becoming more and more unrattled, and he's like, oh,
getting crazy about him.
yes.
Now that's a true fan.
Not a fan. So, many of Saul's subjects, and meaning the people who were under him, as well as his family, including Jonathan and Saul's daughter, I don't know how to say her name.
It's Michal. That's just how I say it.
Michal. We're going to call him. Michal, Mishal, M. Saul's daughter M. She preferred David even over her dad.
Whoa.
Consumed by anger and jealousy, Saul tried to defeat David. He thought of David as his greatest enemy. Finally, David, in fear for his life, fled from Saul. But Saul was driven by his own evil imaginations. He's like, I'm going to hunt this guy down. He even ordered 85 priests to be put to death because they had given David shelter. There were 600 loyal men that gathered around David, a militia too small to challenge Israel's army, but large enough to provide an offensive force. That means to take on some battles. Inside Saul's palace, Jonathan became a double agent. Saul groomed Jonathan for the kingship, meaning he's telling Jonathan, you're going to be the king, not David. But Jonathan would pass this information to David. Jonathan recognized that David would be Israel's next leader, so he recognized the Lord's hand is on David. So
I'm glad. I wonder if he was jealous.
Jonathan, I don't think so, from the way that he befriended David.
I'm glad that he's not jealous. It's such a hard thing to do, and you're told you're about to be the king, and some guy from out of the blue comes and is all of a sudden going to be the next king.
Yes.
It can be hard.
Let me see. But it said this prospect seemed unlike. As Saul's army approached David's battalion, it seemed unlikely that David would be king because he was in danger. And when in danger, David did what he always did. He poured out his fears to God and prayed for help. One of his psalms said, "Deliver me from my enemies, O God. Be my fortress against those who are attacking me. Deliver me from evildoers and save me from those who are after my blood. See how they lie in wait for me. Fierce men conspire against me. For no offense or sin of mine. I have not done wrong, yet they are attacking me. Please arise to help me. Look on me, Lord. You who are the God of Israel, rouse yourself to punish all the nations." Whoa. Punish them all. Show no mercy. No mercy. He's expressing all of his emotions and angers. You are my strength, Lord. I watch for you. You are my fortress. You are my God on whom I can rely. But I will sing of your strength. In the morning, I will sing of your love, for you are my fortress, my refuge in times of trouble. You are my strength. I sing praise to you. See how he's encouraging himself in the Lord?
Yeah. First he got out all of his anger, showed no mercy, no nation.
Then he's like, okay, now. God, you are my fortress, my God on whom I can rely. No matter how close Saul got, David consistently outmaneuvered him. David was quite accustomed to these raids, but none was so daring as his encounter with Saul in a darkened cave. So we'll read about David and Saul in the cave next time. We're on page 153. Goodbye.